Okay, I'm going to be showing y'all how to use your Amazon Fire Stick remote control to play the Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. I'll start by going to the Super Nintendo application, and you'll see this screen right here. It's going to say load game and all that stuff. So what we're going to go to is just right here where it says keypad gamepad input setup. We're going to want to click on that on the main screen, and it's going to take you to this page here. Now it's going to say auto detect device to set up, things of that nature. We're going to want to go all the way down till you see Amazon Fire TV remote. We're going to click that, and while we're in the Amazon Fire TV remote, we're going to want to go ahead and go to set gamepad keys. Now after you set the gamepad keys, this is what I want y'all to do. Go ahead and hit unbind all. Basically reset them all. That way all these keys have nothing to do with the games. They will not correspond whatsoever. Now usually how I play is I turn my controller to the left and I play like this, as you would a regular controller, you know, like with PlayStation or anything like that. So that's how I'm going to correspond my controller, and I'll walk you through how to do that. So for up, it's going to take you to this menu here. It's going to say push key to set up. So since I go left sideways like this, I want to play like this, my up button is going to be my right button. So this is going to be my up, and there you go, it says up right. So that's going to correspond for my up because I'm going to be playing like this. So for my right button, if I'm playing like this, my right button is going to be my down button, just like that. And let's go ahead and click on down, and for down, that's going to turn into my left, which is like so. For my left button, I'm going to be using that as my up. So just like that, it's going to correspond. I'm going to be going right. Let me fix this, sorry, let me back up a bit. So for up, I'm going to be going right, which is correct. This is going to be my up. For my right, I'm going to be going down, which is correct. So right is this way, that's going to be my right. So up and right, that's correct. Now for down, it says I'm going left, so this way, which is correct because I'm playing this way. So I'm good. This is my down button. Now these four here I don't use. We don't want to enter none of these in there. I'm talking about the left plus up, right plus up, right plus down, left plus down. We're not going to use those. Let's go ahead and go to select. For select, I enter in my pause and play button as select. And for the start button, I enter in the start button as the middle key button on the Fire Stick, the center button, just like so. And the two ones that you want to focus on only are A and B. For A, I use the rewind, and for B, I use the fast forward. And that's really all I do. Sometimes you might have to mess with X and Y, depending on certain games. All the games are different, right? So sometimes you might have to come in here and adjust it when you're playing the game, which is, you know, it's normal because sometimes the keypads on the games are different than, let's say, Super Mario and Donkey Kong. They're not necessarily the same. You might need X instead of B. You know, who's to say? You don't really know until you kind of have to mess with these a little bit. Only when you're using the Fire Stick. You know, and if you have a Bluetooth controller, it's much more easier because obviously you have X and Y on the controller, and you can enter those in. That way it corresponds, and you don't have to mess with this. But this is for the Fire Stick, which is how I was playing for a good couple of weeks, and then I finally just bought a controller just to see how that works, and it worked pretty great too. So let's go ahead and load a game. Let's play NBA Jam. I was already playing earlier, but I'm going to restart the game. That way y'all can see kind of how the process is and how it works as far as using this controller. And while it's loading, after I show y'all this, I'll go ahead and go to the Nintendo application, and I'll go ahead and show y'all how to set those preferences. Now let's say like you're playing this game but your remote's not responding. If you hit the menu button here, it'll pop up like this, and you can go hit the back button, and you can go and set your keys like this while you're in the game. That way you don't have to exit out every time. You can set your preferences, go to the key, and you can adjust it to the game mode. And then when you're done, just go like this, back, 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 and you're back to the game. Press start. We know that my start button is my middle button here. No problem. Head to head, yes sir. No initials, no. So instead of me going down, see how it's not responding because I set it like this. So my down button is like that, you see, and that's my up. Pretty neat. So I'm just gonna say no. I don't want no initials. I just want to make it quick. And look, so I can choose my team like this. This is my down, and this is my up button. We're gonna keep it simple here. Go with the Spurs. And obviously I'm playing the computer, so they're gonna choose their own team by themselves. And just like that, you know, you can already tell how it responds pretty well to the controller. And this is how I play. You know, you can see well, this is, so the rewind is the jump. You can see that. Now I'm just kind of showing y'all. See, look, I'm moving like this. Let me there it is. See, I'm already scoring. Let me try to, as you can see. So you can kind of get the idea of how this all works. I don't want to take up too much time, so let me go ahead and exit out of this, and let's go to your Nintendo application, and let's go ahead and start the preferences on this one. So I'm gonna go to the three little lines up top. When you first enter in here, you're gonna be brought to this screen here. You see how I'm going up there to the box right here? You're gonna want to go ahead and click on that. If you can't get there, just continue to press up. So once I'm there, I'm gonna go to preferences, which is right below the search device for ROMs. And once I do that, it's gonna take you to this screen here. We're gonna go all the way down until we see set gamepad profile, or edit gamepad profile. Sorry about that. It's gonna be under the keyboard gamepad preferences, right below the SAV file settings options. So once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click that there. As you can see, it says up, right, the same stuff as it was saying earlier. And we're just going to focus on these first ones right here. You know, the up, down, right, left, start, select, A, B. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to set it up the same way I did the last time. This is going to be for up. So up is going to be my right button. My down button is going to be my left. My right button is going to be my down. My left button will be my up. That way it can correspond with my controller being to the sideways left. My start button is going to be my middle button. And my select button is always going to be, for me, my play and pause button. Now, for A and B, I'm just going to choose rewind. And I'm going to choose fast forward. And everything else I wouldn't really worry about. Because for this controller, you know, we're basically using up all our options, because this is going to take you to a menu if you're playing the game. This is going to take you home, and then this one's going to take you back. So you can't really use these buttons here. So let's go ahead and go back and let's start a game up, since we know what we want to do as far as our preferences are set. I'm going to play Mike Tyson Punch-Out, and I'm just going to press select, or I believe that was select, yes, my middle button on there. Push start. And there you go. You know, we're already playing. We're already got the game started. I got it set up to play like this. So let's go ahead and just play a little bit. And this game's pretty fun. You know, I chose to put this game on there because I felt like a lot of people would like it. There's so many games on here, it's kind of probably hard to find. No one's probably found it yet, but... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. but you kind of get the idea here. So if you want to set your controller gamepad different, you can click the same button as I told you before, the menu button right here, and go to game settings while you're in the game, and you just go to the same thing. You go all the way down until you see the edit gamepad profile, and then you can adjust it. That way you can kind of, because some games are different than others, you know, the controller options, so you can kind of adjust it to work for you. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any other questions or concerns, let me know, and I'll be sure to address them for you. I hope you're all enjoying you know, the Fire Stick. It really is a great product when it's jailbroken like this, and it gives you a lot of features that, you know, a lot of people didn't know that you can even get on here. So once again, thank y'all very much for watching, and I hope this taught y'all a couple of things extra to make it more easier for you. Thank you.